Harvey Philip Spector, December 26, 1939 to January 16, 2021, was an American record producer, musician, and songwriter known for his innovative recording practices and entrepreneurship in the 1960s, followed decades later by his trial and conviction for murder in the 2000s. Spector developed the wall of sound, a music production formula he described as a Wagnerian approach to rock and roll. He is regarded as one of the most influential figures in pop music history and as the first auteur of the music industry for the unprecedented control he had over every phase of the recording process. After spending 3 decades in semi-retirement, in 2009 he was convicted for the 2003 murder of the actress Lana Clarkson and sentenced to 19 years to life in prison. Born in the Bronx, Spector began his career in 1958 as co-founder, guitarist, and vocalist of the Teddy Bears, penning their U.S. #1 single To Know Him Is to Love Him. In 1960, he co-founded Phillies Records, and at the age of 21 became the youngest ever U.S. label owner to that point. Throughout the 1960s, he wrote, co-wrote, or produced records for acts such as the Ronettes, the Crystals, and Ike and Tina Turner. He typically collaborated with arranger Jack Nitzsche, engineer Larry Levine, and a de facto house band that later became known as the Wrecking Crew. Spector initially retired from the music industry in 1966. In 1969, Spector returned to his career and subsequently produced the Beatles' album Let It Be 1970, as well as several solo records by the band's John Lennon and George Harrison. By the mid-1970s, Spector had produced 18 U.S. top 10 singles for various artists, but following work with Leonard Cohen, Dion DiMucci, and the Ramones, he remained largely inactive and affected by personal struggles. His chart toppers included You've Lost That Lovin' Feelin' co-written and produced for the Righteous Brothers, 1964, The Long and Winding Road produced for the Beatles, 1970, and My Sweet Lord co-produced for Harrison, 1970. According to BMI, You've Lost That Lovin' Feelin' is the song that received the most U.S. airplay in the 20th century. Dubbed the first tycoon of teen, Spector helped establish the role of the studio as an instrument, the integration of pop art aesthetics into music art pop, and the genres of art rock and dream pop. His multi-artist compilation album A Christmas Gift for You from Phillies Records 1963 is widely considered to be the finest Christmas record of all time. Spector's honors include the 1973 Grammy Award for Album of the Year for co-producing Harrison's Concert for Bangladesh 1971, a 1989 induction into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and a 1997 induction into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. In 2004, Rolling Stone magazine ranked Spector number 63 on their list of the greatest artists in history. In 2021, he died of COVID-19 in prison at the age of 81.